Hey everyone, and welcome back to Story Theory. So, if you noticed, I got a haircut and a shave. So, funny story about that. I was just buzzing my hair down, not nearly this short, and I asked my girlfriend to just kind of get my neck, just kind of even it out, make sure it's a nice line. And she's like, "Yeah, sure." And I gave her the clippers, and she didn't notice that the guard wasn't on there, and then just kind of went. So had to go full Lex Luthor for at least a little bit. But anyways, so we are back. I went hard drive hunting a little bit more. Got quite a few more, so I think I've researched or completed like 30 or so. And I guess I didn't know this, but it makes perfect sense. You can't actually unlock alternate recipes unless for stuff in the higher tiers until you unlock that tier. So, today I am going to be sending off our bauxite refinement right now. Boom. Okay, so bauxite is unlocked because...
Milestone reached. Quartz
Thank you,
and
Ada.
bauxite scanning unlocked. A new generation of basic aluminum parts is now available, which can be constructed from bauxite after a complex process of refinement. The blender will be used in future processes.
Right. So you actually need sheets or casings or both to unlock everything else here in Tier 7. So I am going to make a very, very, very temporary bauxite refinement area. But first, we need to unfortunately shut down the snow globe. We got all of our stuff for Fixmas, so we're good there. The snow globe, though, is, I'll show you, taking up too much power because we are right on the cusp of how much power we are currently using. I can't remember, actually, where the heck does power even... Oh, there's a lizard doggo down here? What are you doing down here, man? Is this a... Oh, no. No! I didn't mean to take that out! Sorry, come back! This is not a friendly lizard doggo. I thought we were friends. There you go. Yes, come get it. Alright. You shall be named Snow Globe Doggo. And I'm not going to take him anywhere because he probably would glitch out of wherever I take him. Oh, that's right. Power goes, it actually flows underneath here. That's right. So, yes, and power gets connected right here. So, goodbye, Mr. Snow Globe. And then you can see the dramatic drop off right there. So the consumption and the capacity line were damn near neck and neck. Consumption was actually slightly over. So now we actually have a surplus of about 2,000-ish. 2,000 megawatts here. So that's good. This is my very temporary steel setup, or screw setup that I made, so that way I could handcraft a lot of the computer and heavy modular frame stuff. So the snow globe will get turned back on at some point, probably next year, whenever Fixmas 2024 happens. But for right now, we're not going to be doing that. So for our bauxite, we need the blender. So the blender, as you can see, if you don't know, has 4 inputs, 2 solid, 2 liquid, and an output that is both 2 outputs, 1 solid, 1 liquid as well. So we actually need radio control units and casings to unlock these. And I will show you guys, I think, our flashlight. I think we had a bauxite node somewhere relatively close this way. Because I remember running by it a bunch of times. Or not. I could have sworn there was a bauxite node, like, over this way. Maybe I'm thinking of the Caterium node? That I already have stuff on over here? I could have sworn there was a bauxite node over here. I thought it was like right in this field somewhere. Well, apparently not. Or I'm going insane. Well, if that's the case, I really, really, really hope I have everything I need to get us our bauxite stuff up and running. At least slightly. I really only want to make enough... Hello. Goodbye. I really only want to make enough sheets and stuff, sheets and casings, to unlock the other tiers. Unlock the other stuff in Tier 7 and Tier 8. Hello. Oh, crap. Oh, there's so many of these things. They're everywhere. Good thing I can outrun you. Did I get this one yet? Nope, didn't get that one. But I am not fighting these things, at least not right now. I'll build some rifle ammo at some point and come back for that. Oh, that's cool. So, our bauxite nodes, I know, are up here in the red forest. Somewhere close by. Why is this thing, like, rapid firing at me? Oh my gosh, why is this guy so strong? Thank you. Holy moly. That guy could, he could take a hit. Okay, I don't have portable miners. Of course I don't. Because who walks around with portable miners? Nobody. Nobody that plays this game. Now, let's get a little... Ah, shoot, I'm gonna have to bring power up here, too. Didn't even think about that. I should have been bringing power this entire time. But, that's fine. We're gonna jack this bad boy all the way up. We're making 300 parts per minute. I don't think I need a Mark IV conveyor belt for these. The Mark III only gets me 270, right? Yeah. Alright, we might as well use the Mark IV so that way I can get the full 300 out of here. Now, like I said, this is going to be a temporary setup. It's not going to be nice. And I'm perfectly okay with that. Nope. That. There we go. So, we're on the world grid now. Let's see. How far out do we want to go? Probably like that. Alright, I'm actually going to go take care of these things over here as soon as I check the mail. Actually, the one, excuse me, the one rotor recipe I got, the steel rotor, I wasn't too jazzed about it when I first got it, but actually, the steel rotor takes pipes and wire, and that's exactly what the stator takes. So that's really, really good for making a rotor, or a motor factory. Didn't even come out. Look at that. So that way, the only thing you got to import into that factory is iron and coal, and you just make steel, and that's it. So that's actually really, really good early game alternate recipe if you're looking for an alternate for yourself. Of course, you can always re-roll for different alternate recipes, but I'm not going to do that because inevitably I will get all of them, but and I will go around and collect all the hard drives. So I don't need to do that right now. So for aluminum, it is very frustrating. It just takes a lot to make your aluminum. So first you got to make an alumina solution, which exports silica as a byproduct. Now that silica, you can just, I'm just going to throw it into a sink for me, but you can also use that for battery production later on down the line. So fully clocked out, one of these is going to be 300 per minute, and we got to get 450 water per minute. So we're going to need a couple of extractors, which we can set up right here. Because the max amount of water you can get out of one of these is going to be 300. When they're, at least I think, 300? 300 per minute on that one. I'm just going to jack this one all the way up as well, because you never want to be limited by water. So then let's go ahead and connect these guys up to a junction here. I'm just going to use a Mark 1, which is fine. And that's going to go in that way. So, we're going to have 450 water going in, at least. Actually, I need a Mark II here, because this can only, a Mark 1 pipe can only hold 300 per, but a Mark II pipe can hold 600-ish. So there's actually a, it's not a bug, it's just the physics of the game and how water works. Basically, it's like a, there's like an infinite rolling decimal point. In very simple terms, that's kind of what it is. And so basically, you're never going to get a full 600 out of a Mark II pipe. And the reason why they can't add a Mark III pipe in, because that rolling digit gets worse the higher up you go with the physics. So, you get like 599 point blah, 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 blah. But really, you just never want to fully try and pump in 600 into a Mark II pipe or rely on getting that 600 out of there. You always want to be slightly overproducing the fluid in most situations. There are certain situations where I'd say if you're exactly on, like my battery setup, it works exactly so that way the byproduct of water gets fed back into the system, and then we're good. But regardless, moving on. So we're going to be having alumina come out of here and also silica. So let's get our special small awesome sink. We're going to put that right there. And that's going to go in there. Yeah, 125 per minute. Okay. And then we need another refinery. Oh, let's back it up just slightly. There we go. Okay. And now I'm gonna actually, I'm just probably gonna make everything a Mark II because I have a crap ton of plastic. Okay, so this refinery is now going to be making our alumina scrap. So this needs coal, and our alumina solution in the byproduct is actually water, which is 120 per minute, and this uses 450 per minute. So I will probably use these two to jumpstart it, and then I'll take this 120 and throw it back into this system and take off one of these. So that's going to be producing 300. This is going to be producing 120. So we'd have 420 water per minute, and this needs 450. So to make sure this system doesn't get backed up, I will probably just back this off a little bit. Actually, I could just do that right now. Let's bump this down slightly. I don't know what we're going to get to, like 420 per minute, I believe is what I said. So let's do 280. Yeah, there we go. 280 per minute. So we're still using pretty much most of it. Okay, and this, since we're producing 280 alumina solution, let's bump this up a little bit to probably 420. It's going to get us there. Yep, 420. Perfect. So we'll have aluminum scrap. Oh, our water changed from bumping this up. So now we're producing 140. 140 per minute plus 300, 440 per minute on our water is what we're going to be producing. You know what? This is fine. I'm actually going to keep this jacked up the whole way. So that's going to be 300. Let's see, 430? No. Okay, maybe like 500. No. Let's do 480. Nope. 470. 460. I'm trying to get this alumina solution down to 300. 455. It's 450. 450 is the answer. Okay, so we're producing 300 there, producing 300 there. This is going to be outputting 150 water, which will get fed back into the area, and then I will just change on the water extractor what I'm putting out. So, actually, I'm going to copy these settings real quick and push this out a little bit more. So that way I have room to add in my coal, and I believe there's a coal node. I know there's one over there. Yeah. 296 meters away. So we're going to hump that bad boy the whole way here. Oh, I did get alternative recipe for turbo heavy fuel. Well, I'm looking for turbo blend fuel alternate. So, let's get 150 coal per minute. I am only going to need a Mark 1 extractor. So, since I only need 150 coal per minute, I'm not going to be using the Mark 4 belts. There's no point to do that. First things first. Gotta take care of business. Yep. Oh yeah, I didn't even take any damage that time. Whoa. Thought I heard the pitter-patter of a freaking spider. Swear to God, if a spider comes out of nowhere and kills me. Oh my God. These things are literally rapid fire. Die. Thank you. When I was hard drive hunting, I had a spider follow me probably halfway across the goddamn map. It was insane how far that thing went. Oh, this is an impure. Shoot, what did I say? Or this is a normal. Let's just put a Mark II on here instead. Shit, I don't have frames. I knew I should have. I knew I should have grabbed more. Can I even make any? Oh, yeah, I can make a bunch. Alright. We're just going to put a Mark II on here to make I can't remember if it was 150 that I needed or not. But regardless. And all of this aluminum that we're going to be making, the ingots, will go into our sheets and our casings, and that should get us all the way to the end of Tier 8. Oh yeah, look at that radio control system alternate. Why don't we just go with that? Okay, and now I need to make another miner. Mark II, there we go. Oh, shoot, I might have to use a Mark IV. Let me just go back real quick and check. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 150 coal that I needed. Pretty sure. Alright, it is 150, so I could have stuck with the Mark 1, the Mark 1 miner, but it's fine. Also, the spider that followed me halfway across the map was hiding in a bush the entire time. It was in a bush, and it jumped out and freaking attacked the shit out of me. Alright, we just need 150. Let's go ahead and make this a Mark III, because I have an assload of steel beams. I do not care about neatness right now, because this is, once again, a temporary facility. I will make a nice facility at some point for the aluminum. Yeah, we're clipping all over the place. I don't really care. Okay, so we're good to go here now. So let me get this belt out this way. And let's actually take that off. We're gonna put this on the back side. This, and then this will go over yonder. Okay, so this is going to be producing our aluminum scrap, which instant scrap is a way better recipe, but I don't have that right now. So, we got our aluminum scrap, and now we need to make that into aluminum ingots. So let's expand slightly. And now, if we get our smelter out, I don't know how many we're going to need here. I think we're going to need a bunch. Let's see, how much are we producing? 450 aluminum scrap. That's a lot. Oh, wait a minute. It's not the smelter. What the heck makes an ingot? I don't remember. The foundry? I can't remember what makes aluminum ingots. It's been too long. What do we need? Oh, we need silica and aluminum scrap. Yeah. So it is going to be the foundry. And this is where the silica will come in from the first step. So I'll split that off and I'll just make that an overflow tab instead. And it's been so long since I've actually gotten to the aluminum stage. Completely forgot how to do it. I actually have a ton of alternates. Look at all the alternate steel recipes I have. Okay, so we can do 90 in here. What can we get to if we jack this bad boy all the way up? 225, and I'm producing 450, so I need 2 of these, actually. Let's make some more frames. Should have just brought a bunch of frames in. Yeah, without the alternates, aluminum is fairly complex. Alright, how much silica am I producing? 125. God, I hope that's enough. Oh, not even close to enough. We need... we need 187.5 per. Man, we do not have enough silica. I know where we do have enough silica, though. We have a crap ton of silica back at the base. So... to combat this... instead, not there, we are actually going to take this, shove it in here, and then we are just going to run the belts for this off of this container. And the container is going to be what, unfortunately, the container will have to be filled multiple times. But that's fine for right now, because this is not a fancy facility. As you can tell, everything's just kind of haphazardly thrown together. And then that's going to make us 150 aluminum ingots. Per. Okay. So if this is 150 per, now let's make our constructors and casings. Can I... okay, not that many. I need to get this down to 150, so like 80. 100. There we go. Okay, so that one's going to be making our casings, and then our sheets are made, I believe, in the assembler. Can't remember what it requires, though. There it is. Alclad aluminum sheets. We need copper to go into this as well. Okay, we're going to need 2 of these. And that will take up that other 150. Where we need 50 copper ingots. And then we're going to use a splitter here. Coming out this way. Yeah. Let's see, do we have any copper ore around here? Easily accessible? I don't believe so. And this is why I will probably end up... Jesus Christ, that's a long ways away. This is why once I get drones, I'm just going to put a miner, I'll take the raw resources, and have the drones bring it to whatever facility I'm working on. Well... we do not have anywhere close by. The nearest copper node was over 1,000 meters away. Oh, which is upsetting. But we move on. As this is a temporary setup. Belt's too steep. Let's do that. And that. Okay, well, we are, I'm just gonna have to go get, copper, probably out of one of the areas that already has a bunch of copper ingots, or I'll just, stop production on whatever, the wire and cable and stuff, so I can get a ton of copper ingots, come back, throw them in here. But with an entire storage container, should last for a while. Hey, there's a slug down there. Look at that. All right. So let's just... Alright, let's hook these bad boys up. Mark II pole. So that way I can get this guy in here. Oh, that's a Mark II as well. That's fine. Like I said, it's all temporary. Okay, so there's going to be a ton of clipping, and honestly, I'm okay with it. At least for now. Ah, wires. Well, I gotta go back to the base anyways, because I got to go grab a bunch of silica and bring it back. And I gotta bring power back. And I gotta bring a bunch of copper ingots back too. Where are we at on time? We're at 30 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna run this back and we're gonna boop. Alright, we are back. So, I booped in all the copper, booped in all the silica, and we're good. We're good to go. We are rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. I need now, well, now that this is completely full, we got 150 coming out there. We need 450, so that's 150 plus 300. So we can get rid of one of these now, and this should run perfectly fine. I do, however, need to put a valve on here. I believe that's facing the right way. Yeah. And then we need another valve over here. That way it pushes all the water back into that way. Okay, we've got a lot of silica feeding in, so that's good. We're already running out, though. And we're not really going to run out of copper that quick. It's only using 25 per minute, so we're using 50 total here. But we've got our first, or we should have our first thing of aluminum alclad sheets. Look at that. And a present. I didn't want to pick up the present. I really didn't. But that's exciting. We have our first thing of aluminum sheets and our first thing of casings. So, I am going to hang out here for a little bit, let these fill up, and I will boop back at the hub, and we will finish off pretty much everything in Tier 7. Okay, we are back at the hub. I have now everything for Logistics Mark V. Goodbye. So now we have the fastest conveyor belts possible.
Improved conveyor belts and lifts can now be constructed.
Hazmat suit. Goodbye.
Milestone reached. With the new hazmat suit and iodine-infused filters, you will be protected against uranium-based radiation.
Alright, aeronautical engineering, which gives us our drones and our batteries.
Milestone reached. Aerial transport of resources is now possible with the use of drones, ideal for shipping across long distances or difficult terrain. Ensure the presence of batteries at drone ports for optimal results. A new project part enables progress to the next phase.
The hover pack, which is super important and probably the best thing to use.
Milestone reached. The hover pack enables aerial overview of all powered factories as well as easy transport across multi-level buildings by wirelessly connecting to the power grid.
And so with the hover pack, I do have the mod that basically gives you further travel distance with better connection points, like a higher tier connection point. So for instance, if I connect to just a tier 1 or a Mark 1 wall outlet, I still only have like 30 meters or whatever it is. Tier 2 wall outlet or power pole gives you 60, and a tier 3 I think gives you 120 or 150 meters. So it's pretty big. Basically, if you have like a tier 3 in the middle of the factory, or use quite a few tier 3s, you can get around the entire place without ever losing power. And nuclear power, also goodbye.
Milestone reached. Uranium scanning unlocked. With the provided buildings and parts, you can now set up nuclear power generation, which balances an increase of fuel production complexity with improved power output. A new project part enables progress to the next phase.
And then the advanced...
Note, this method of power generation creates nuclear waste.
So I am going to do nuclear this time. But we need a couple other alternate recipes first. Advanced aluminum production. Also ready.
Milestone reached. The object scanner can now find underground wells which can be pressurized to extract resources such as nitrogen, water, and oil. Nitrogen will contribute to more advanced aluminum parts,
which is used for the heat sink and the cooling system. And then I can't do leading edge technology or particle enrichment, but I will be able to do both of these shortly. So our MAM just finished. Let's hope for something good. Owl-clad casings, adhered iron plates, or steam copper sheet. I guess I'll just get this one for right now. We're still looking for turbo blend fuel is what we're looking for. Turbo blend fuel. So for production, we now have the resource well pressurizer, which is awesome. We have the nuclear power plant, also awesome, but we're not going to do that quite yet. We are going to get our turbo fuel and batteries set up first. We have Mark V conveyor belts, which is fantastic. And we're actually making a crap ton of owl-clad sheets right now, so that's good. We have our drones in our drone ports, a 9-slot inventory. So it can, the drones can basically take 9 stacks of whatever is going out of it. So that's awesome as well. And then we don't have anything else to unlock here. But this is really what we needed. We needed the drone ports so that way we can start making important things. The first thing that I need to do is get the turbo blend fuel alternate recipe online. And then once I have that, I need to get the alternate battery recipe online that I need. We also need instant scrap. I did get pure aluminum ingots, which is awesome. So I don't need the introduction of copper anymore to make our aluminum ingots. So that's really good. And basically, I'm going to pretty much finish off. We have a couple things of Caterium left. So we have programmable splitter and the geothermal generator. So I will probably do both of those on my own. And then for sulfur, the only things we have left is turbo rifle ammo, which we almost have. We don't have any packaged turbo fuel for that. And then the nuke Nobelisk, which I won't probably be doing, because it leaves behind nuclear radiation, and then that's just all bad. But let's get our hover pack. I can make 2. Let's get the hover pack. Let's do it. And actually, I do want to test the mod. So, hover pack it is. Alright, I can go pretty high. So let's just go over here and add a power pole right in the middle. Well, let's start with a Mark 1 power pole. And I will connect this somewhere. There's also a mod that increases the speed of the hover pack, which I might do because I find it to be a tidbit slow at times. So let's just get a wall. Now, I'm right above this, so So that gets us right to 10. That is 10 right there. Now, if we do the Mark II... that gets us like another 5. So we're at 15 times 4. Yeah, we're at 60 right now. So that was the Mark II. Mark III, I need 2 high-speed connectors. Hang on. Get me 2 high-speed connectors. I can make 21 of them. Fantastic. And then I will start making actual stuff that's actually going to be important to us. And I'm going to move the base over to its final resting place. So this is our Mark III now. Really lagging. So that's 22. Basically, I can get 23 up here. So, Echo, what's 23 times 4? 92. So basically, I can go 100, I can go 100 meters up, or 100 meters in any direction with a Mark III, which is pretty cool. So, a lot better than the standard 40 meters. So basically, we go from 40 to 60 to 100. It's pretty nice. Alright, so I am going to probably stop there. I'm going to... We can make electromagnetic control rods now, which is important. I'm going to make all the stuff to finish out our Caterium research. So we'll get the programmable splitter, we'll get the geothermal generators, just so those are completed. And then I'll probably do the sulfur stuff too, but I'm probably not going to do the nuke obelisk. So really, I'm just going to go hard drive hunting until those are completely gone and get all the alternate recipes that we need to finish out everything we need to do. And then next time, I am going to start my turbo fuel glass onion power facility. I still have an idea of how to do it. I think it's a good idea, but could it be better? That's the question. All right, thanks for coming. I'll see you on the next one.